The night was quieter than usual at the little corner cafe where Elena worked, yet she could still feel the weight of exhaustion in her bones. At 26 years old, she had been working double shifts for nearly 2 years straight, trying to balance her bills, her younger brother's tuition, and the endless expenses that seemed to pile higher with every passing week. Her smile, though warm and genuine, often concealed the tiredness in her eyes. But Elena was determined never to let her struggles dim the kindness she carried inside her. That evening, as she cleared the tables near the window, a middle-aged French couple walked in. Their soft accents filled the room as they tried, somewhat unsuccessfully, to order from the menu. Elena paused for a moment, recognizing their struggle, then surprised everyone by switching effortlessly into fluent French. Her voice lit up, melodic and confident, as she welcomed them and guided them through the menu with ease. The couple's faces broke into relief and gratitude. They laughed, chatted, and soon, the cafe was filled with the hum of lively conversation, all because Elena had bridged the language gap with a skill she rarely used anymore. What she didn't know was that at the table just behind them, a man had been quietly observing. He wore an unassuming suit, no flashy jewelry, no entourage. Yet there was a quiet power in his presence, the kind of aura that made people glance twice. This man was Daniel Whitmore, a billionaire entrepreneur who believed that true character revealed itself in the smallest moments. Daniel had dined at countless luxury restaurants, attended charity galas, and dealt with people from every walk of life. But what caught his attention wasn't just Elena's ability to speak French, it was the way her eyes lit up when she did it, the warmth in her gestures, the way she treated the couple not as a burden but as cherished guests. To him, this was something far rarer than wealth. As the couple left, showering Elena with thanks, she returned to her tasks without fanfare. For her, it had simply been a moment of kindness. But for Daniel, it was a glimpse into something extraordinary. He scribbled a note on his napkin, slid it under his plate, and quietly made his way out, leaving behind a generous tip. When Elena came to clear the table, she almost didn't notice the folded paper. Curiosity tugged at her. She opened it and read. The way you spoke reminded me of Paris when I was young. People who carry light inside them deserve to see the world beyond this cafe. There is a plane ticket waiting for you at the airport desk tomorrow morning. Use it or not, the choice is yours. D.W. Elena's heart skipped. She blinked, reading it over and over, half convinced it was a prank. Who just left a jet ticket for a stranger? But tucked beneath the note was something else, the printed confirmation for a private jet seat bound for Paris the next day. Her breath caught. Paris, the city she had dreamed of since childhood, the place her late mother used to describe in bedtime stories, the city of light she thought she would never afford to see. That night, Elena wrestled with conflicting emotions. She needed to work, to pay bills, to take care of her brother. Accepting such a gift from a stranger felt impossible, even dangerous. But deep inside, another voice whispered. What if this was the door her mother always believed would open one day? She confided in her younger brother, Marco, who urged her to take the chance. You've spent your whole life taking care of me, he said softly. Maybe it's time to let life take care of you for once. Go. See Paris. Find out what's waiting. The next morning, Elena stood at the airport trembling, ticket in hand. A part of her still expected the whole thing to fall apart. But when the clerk checked her name, the ticket was real. Hours later, she was stepping off a private jet into the golden glow of the Parisian sunrise. Daniel had arranged not just the flight but also accommodations. Yet, he didn't appear immediately. He hadn't gifted her this trip to impress her, but to test her spirit, to see whether she would embrace opportunity or let fear hold her back. Paris was everything Elena had imagined: cobblestone streets, the scent of fresh bread, the music of life spilling from every corner. For the first time in years, she felt free, alive, unburdened by the constant weight of survival. She wandered museums, practiced her French, and found herself sketching along the Seine, something she hadn't done since art school days she had abandoned for practical reasons. When she finally met Daniel at a quiet cafe near the Eiffel Tower, she was nervous. But he greeted her not as a billionaire, not as someone above her, but as an equal. He told her he admired her kindness, her resilience, her spark. He wasn't offering charity, he was offering a chance to step into the bigger life she deserved. But Elena faced her greatest challenge then. Could she accept his help without feeling indebted? Could she pursue dreams that felt selfish when her brother still needed her? Daniel reminded her that true strength wasn't just in sacrifice, it was in allowing yourself to grow so you could give back even more. By the time she returned home, Elena's life had shifted forever. The Paris trip had reignited her passion for art. Daniel, seeing her talent, connected her with galleries that gave her work a chance to shine. She began selling her paintings, slowly building a future that combined her love for beauty with financial stability. Years later, Elena would look back on that ordinary night in the cafe when speaking French to a customer had unknowingly changed her destiny. The billionaire's note and a simple plane ticket had been the key to unlocking the life she had once thought impossible. But the real lesson wasn't about wealth or luck, it was about daring to believe that kindness, talent, and courage could open doors in the most unexpected ways. So if you're watching this story today, remember, sometimes the smallest act of kindness, the unnoticed skill, or the moment you think no one is watching can change everything. Opportunities often come disguised as risks. Don't be afraid to step forward when life opens the door. Before you go, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if you were in Elena's shoes? Would you take the ticket? Or stay where you felt safe? Share your story below. I always read what you write. And if this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Be kind always for more powerful stories that remind us of the beauty of hope, courage, and compassion. Because at the end of the day, kindness has the power to change lives, even yours.